Assalamu alaikum. So today we are going to discuss the axillary lymph nodes. So first of all we will see a brief introduction of axillary lymph node, and then we will see its explained form on this diagram. So the axillary lymph nodes, they are present in the axilla, mainly in the axillary fat, and there are 5 groups of the axillary lymph nodes. 5 groups, we will see these groups also here. The pectoral axillary lymph nodes, the scapular, the humeral, the central, and the apical lymph nodes, and they are arranged in a pyramidal shape. Now we will see these lymph nodes on this diagram. So first of all we will see the pectoral lymph nodes. So pectoral lymph nodes, they will also called as anterior lymph nodes, and they will present on its anterior side, like here at this point, at this whole point, okay, this corner. These are pectoral. Now we will see a brief introduction of these pectoral lymph nodes. So they are about 3 to 5 in number, okay, and they will receive the lymph from the anterior wall, as they are also called anterior lymph nodes. Okay, remember this thing. The pectoral lymph nodes are also called anterior lymph nodes, and they will receive the lymph from the anterior thoracic wall. Anterior thoracic wall. They are receiving the lymph from anterior thoracic wall, and they are located around the lateral thoracic vein. Located around lateral thoracic vein. These are their number, then the place from which they are draining, and this is their location, that they are present around the lateral thoracic vein. We will see these 3 points in every type of lymph nodes, okay. Now the second one are the scapular lymph nodes, or we can say it as the posterior lymph node, which are present on its posterior side at this point. These are scapular lymph nodes, SCAP, scapular, or they are called as posterior. Now we will see a brief introduction of these. So they are 6 to 7 in number, and they will receive the lymph from the posterior thoracic wall and scapular region. Posterior thoracic wall and scapular region, and they will located around subscapular vessels. Located around subscapular vessels. Subscapular vessels. These are their number and their drainage and their location. Now we will move toward the third type, which are the humeral lymph nodes. They will present on this side, or we can say them as the lateral lymph nodes. These are humeral or lateral. Now we will see a brief introduction of these lymph nodes. So they are about 4 to 6 in number, and they will drain the whole limb, as on lateral side. So they will drain the whole limb, upper limb, and they will located medial to and posterior to axillary vein. Located medial and posterior to axillary vein. These are its 3 points. Now we will move toward the fourth one, which are the central lymph nodes. They will present at center of this pyramid, like at this point. These are the central lymph nodes, and they are 3 to 4 in number. 3 to 4 in number, and they will receive the lymph from all these three nodes. The lymph from all these three will drain to the central. All three nodes, and they will located at the base of axilla. This is their location. Base of axilla. Now the last one were the apical, which will be present at the apex of this pyramid, means to say at this point. These are the apical lymph nodes. And they will receive the lymph from all other nodes. All other nodes. And they will located on the medial side of axillary vein. Located on medial to axillary vein. Or we can say that they are located at the apex. We can also write this point. Now we will see the pathway of this lymph from all these nodes till the venous angle. So the lymph from all these three nodes, it will drain into the central first of all. From it also central, and from this node also to central. Then from the central lymph node, the lymph will move to the apical lymph nodes, and from the apical lymph nodes, the lymph will then move to another group of nodes which are not in the axilla, and these are called as the supraclavicular nodes. These are supraclavicular node. Supraclavicular lymph nodes. Okay. Now from this supraclavicular lymph nodes, the lymph will then move to the subclavian lymphatic trunk. Here the lymph will either move toward the right side or to the left side. So when the lymph will move toward right, here will show toward the right, and here will show toward the left side. So when it will move toward the right side, it will go to the right lymphatic duct. Right lymphatic duct. And when it will move toward the left side, it will go to thoracic duct. And from these both, the lymph will then ultimately drain into the venous angle. Here you must know one point, that the subclavian trunk, this will be either accompanied by the bronchomediastinal lymph nodes. They will be accompanied, or the second one are the jugular. They will either accompany it, and then it will enter the right lymphatic duct, and then from right lymphatic duct the lymph will go to the venous angle. So this is whole the lymphatic drainage pathway. Now we can easily solve the clinicals regarding this, and this is a brief introduction to the axillary lymph node. Thank you.